Welcome back to this new recording. This video I'll be illustrating how to make a surface and how to edit all the surface features, adding labels, how to do surface analysis. If a surveyor has brought you data from the field, maybe how do you come up with the analysis? How do you tell here it is sloping? How do you tell here it's flat? So, and actually adding levels, or we can talk about contours, elevations, or surfaces. So all this will be here in this video. All right, so let's get started. Previously we had done our points, or we had imported our survey data, and here we go. In these videos, I'm taking you through a road project, which I'm calling KP roads. They're town roads, so I'll be taking you through from A up to Z of a geometric design. We shall look at how to design using standards and more important features as regards to road design, as in geometric road design. So here we go. To add the surface, I'll go right the prospector tab, and I'll choose surfaces. I'll right click on the surfaces. I'll create a surface. But maybe before I go further, what is a surface to us? Well, a surface is it is a base map, not like it's a base map. It is where our data is seated, or it's where our data is. That's where we shall overlay our project. That's where the road project or the road will be passing. That's what we call a surface. So prior to any construction, prior to any other continuation of a geometric design, we must have a base map, or we must have a surface which we extract from the points. So let's get started. Once we go to surfaces and open the tab, we shall have a pop-up window with us called create surface. It's giving us a type of surface. You could Google about this, but we shall keep the defaults, that the thin surface. Then it's showing us the layer in which the surface belongs, that is C-topo. Keep it default. Then I have properties and then value. And the information, I have the name. I could give this surface a specific name. Edit that. I could choose EG. I'm going to call it EG existing ground. The description, if you want to describe or add maybe description, I could say it's maybe my base map for a project. Then under style here, we choose the style, or we choose how we want to represent our surface. I want to represent it with contours, 1 meter and 5 meter background. But remember, all these are styles in which you can represent your surface. So please feel free to toggle onto any of these substyles and then see how it changes or it affects your design. So in this design, I'm going to consider contours 1 meter and 5 meter background, simply because it is okay. The precision is low, that is 1 meter, and that means the accuracy of my contours, I couldn't take 2 meters because they will be far away spaced. So I will take contours 1 meter and 5 meter background. I'll hit OK. The render material, I will choose by block, hit OK, and say OK. So remember, we've created a surface, but it's not showing. We've just created the surface. So we need to go further and define that surface so that it displays along our points. So go back to the prospector tab, and the surfaces. I expand the surfaces by clicking on that plus button here, expand it. Then once I expand the surfaces, I will see my newly created surface called the EG. So I expand the EG. Then under EG, I have masks, watersheds, and then definition. I expand definition because I want to define my surface. So I'll go further. We can define the surface by boundaries, by break lines, contours, them files, drawing objects, edits, point files, point groups, point queries, and figure survey queries. So note that I had created previously point groups, so I don't need again to import data for the surface. So I'll create my surface based on the point groups that I already have or already created. So I'll say point groups, right click and say add. So this drop down, it brings me actually 2 points to choose from. We have 2 groups, point groups. We have the EG and then the all points. So I will choose EG, hit apply and hit OK. Give it time, the surface will be displaying in a few minutes time. So there we go. So that's how we can create a surface. So here we have our smooth surface running across the points. So note that this surface we're seeing here, it depicts the nature of the land, how the land looks like. So that's a base map. Yeah, and expand all those ribbons. And now we want to do what you call adjustment of the surface. If we want to do any edits, what do we do? Well, there are shortcuts to editing the surface. So simply click or highlight the surface. One, we could use the ribbon on top here, whereby it has panels. That's the labels and tables panel, general tools panel, modify panel, then you have the analyze panel, surface tools panel, and then the launchpad panel. So I could simply right click and then I will choose surface properties. So under surface properties, I'll be able to do edits within my surface. So I have tabs like information tab, definition tab, analysis, and then statistics. So the name is EG, my description is over there. So if I told someone wanted to change a style, come to surface style, then you can toggle on. The render material you can as well change. In the definition, here we go. Shows you the operation type, the parameters, so point group. Then the name is EG. Can expand this and see how you can define your surface. Data operations, can edit the operations. So simply these are for editing. Then one other thing, we have analysis. Yes, analysis. So to do, maybe before I go to analysis and statistics, when I come back to information, let's see how different surface styles actually behave. If I took contours and triangles and I applied, so you could see triangulation on my points. It's looking ugly, it's not looking good. So I'll go on. You could see now that one is another type of surface. I can't see actually the contours, so it's shaded. If we chose, say, elevation banding, 1 meter interval 2D, you see the effects. Also have slope banding. There we go. So I will keep slope banding. Then maybe before that, then we have border only. So note that if you want clean work or smooth work, maybe you want to create alignments, or you want to make maybe edits within your work area, work environment, then you could leave borders only. So meaning leaving borders only will help you to work freely with your data. So I go back to surface properties, and then we want to analyze how this surface looks like. Actually, we haven't known, is it hilly, is it generally flat, is it mountainous? So we want to assess, we want to know. So what we do, we select the surface, right click, sorry, an error occurred. Okay. All right. And so let's highlight my surface, right click, with surface properties. I will choose slope banding. Why am I choosing slope banding? Because we want to analyze the slopes of that surface. So I will choose slope banding. I hit apply for my effects take shape. So there we go. I'll go to analysis because we want to analyze how actually this surface looks like. So under analysis type, I want to do slopes and do slope analysis. Remember, I mean, here we have a preview window. Whatever we do here will show there. So on the legend, it will give us a legend, and I will keep it slope. The number of ranges, the ranges can keep it. Ranges are like number of legends. I mean, like number of lines to show. So I could want maybe to analyze four. Okay, to analyze four groupings of what? Of the slope. So I run the analysis by clicking this download button. I run it. So there we go. This is the preview window. In the preview window, we can actually see what will be displaying. Maybe if I try to adjust a little bit, it is showing us the analysis already, but this isn't the analysis we want to run ourselves. So I'll come here and set it under the range details, scale scheme to fit. So I'll come have ID, minimum slope, maximum slope, then scheme. And the scheme, it shows the colors. It shows beyond this, maybe beyond this slope, then denote those ranges with a certain color. So I come under ID1, minimum slope, I have 0.0268. I can keep this up to 5. Then I can say the second range from 5 up to 10. Then from 10 up to 15, that is in percentage. Then from 15 up to whichever big value, put some other big value, meaning if it's mountainous, then it will hit that target. Say, I'm putting this excess value because I'm assuming if it's to be mountainous, then it should be of that slope. So I will set my schemes or the colors. We choose the color. If it's that, then let it show me green. I hit OK. Then if it is to be between this range of slope, then let this color be, say, oops, I can use cyan. Okay. Then if it's between 10 to 15, let's use this color over there. If it's to be beyond between 15 and then 3000, then let's be color red, showing me maybe danger. Think even past this, let's show red. Okay. Oh, so I don't want to use yellow. Let's use red, and then I will say apply and hit OK. So note that we have already analyzed the surface now. You can see. So where we see the red markings, it means our base map is so steep at that area, or surface is so steep. And then if it is so steep, then that means the contours are closely packed or they are close to each other. And if the area is very flat, then that means the contours will be far away from one another. The interval will be too big. So that's how we analyze a surface. So you can see. Then imagine we want maybe to overlay this base map, the end user, or maybe the project manager, or maybe someone in office. Then we would actually need to add labels or legends. So how do you add the legends? Simply choose the surface, highlight it. Once you highlight the surface, then it will show up a ribbon on top, the panels. So you got labels and tables because we want to add a special legend to it. Then I'll go to legend. And it asks me to specify the type of legend I want. Enter table type. directions, I have elevations, I have slopes. Remember, we've been analyzing slopes, so I'll choose slopes. Behavior, I'll keep it dynamic. Now, note that we have two behavior change. We have dynamic and then static. When you keep it dynamic, it means even if I make a single change within my model, then it will update automatically. If I keep it static, then that means it won't update. It will be like analog. I need to change it by manually. So we keep it dynamic, so just in case we make a change in the future. So it asks me to select the upper left corner or anywhere. So I could select over here. There we go. So this is our legend. So I can bring it closer to our drawing so that we can relate. So over there. So there we go. So this slope, this legend is actually summarizing the analysis. It shows you the number, minimum slope, and then the maximum slope. It shows you the area covered within the extent of those slopes, where it is actually gradually sloping, where it is generally flat, or where it is hilly, a little bit hilly. So we can see between the slope of 0.03 to 5%, we have an area of it is 1,738,800.44, and this is in square meter. So the color is there. So wherever you see this color green, and that means the area is generally flat. So by mere seeing or by mere inspection from the legend showed, we could actually tell this is generally flat. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please catch me in the next video. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that bell button so that the next time we share a video, you can receive it automatically. See you then.